Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. A lot of updates have happened today. Some good things, some sneaky things. I see one of my videos is kind of really moving good because I talked about how, how Republicans always complain about clean bills. We want to pass clean bills. But what you're finding out is that CR included language to make certain products illegal again. They put, hey, user 229, they put language in there, snuck language in there instead of passing a clean bill the way they always claim they want to do. Again, Republicans always do sneaky shit. That's just what they do. That's just the nature of the beast in how they actually move. They believe in doing sneaky things. They do not believe in being transparent because for them, transparency is dangerous. If you really understood what they were doing to you or attempting to do to you, then you might resist, and they don't want that. So they want to convince you that whatever they offer to you is okay, even though it's not good for you. But yeah, now we have even more big government. Look at how regressive America is. What happened to that states' rights thing? You know how I told you all the time, Republicans love to talk about states' rights. But it comes to something like these products, and magically, what happens? All of a sudden, states' rights don't matter no more. The big federal government gonna swoop in, tell you what you can do in your state, and because other states don't allow it, well, they don't want it allowed anywhere. That's what y'all need to understand. With Republicans, it's all about control. It's never about freedom. So let me stop for a second and say thank you all for joining me this afternoon. I hope you had a great Wednesday. I'm going to say you did. I'm going to claim it and lean into your Wednesday and say you had a great Wednesday. And if you didn't, you got the rest of the day to turn it around. Don't let people mess with your mindset so much that it throws you off and messes up your day. Then you let them take ownership in your life. And then that means you're acting like a conservative. When you let what somebody does control your life so much that you can't function properly and think straight, don't do that. You're acting like a conservative when you do that. So don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Now, we're going to talk about a couple of things. So first, let's talk about the new representative, the Democratic representative. She was sworn in today, right? And so we have that. I was looking at some footage of it this afternoon. So she's been sworn in by the Speaker of the House. So now we are awaiting a vote on, for the House to vote on the bill that the Senate approved and sent over, but also on the Epstein files. We're waiting on a vote on those damn Epstein files because this newly elected official was the vote that was going to take it to the threshold that they needed to pass it to release those files. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Pay attention to who votes against releasing those files. Pay attention to that. Because why wouldn't America want us to know? Yep, those victims need to get justice. Now, have you all been seeing the conversations that have been happening today about the email dump that happened? When it's obvious, people love to say there's no connection. But obviously there's some type of connection, because who would work this hard to block the release of the files? Who would work that hard? Except if you had something to hide. I told you that Donald Trump, the Trump administration, is trying to commute the sentence of Ghislaine Maxwell. He's working very hard to make sure that she's very comfortable. Hey, Gen X madam, good afternoon. He's working very hard. And again, you have to ask yourself, I'm just using my frame of reference here. If I had a friend and I found out this friend was doing things that was abusing, or violating the most vulnerable, they're not my fucking friend no more. Because I don't want to be affiliated with that. You understand? I don't participate in shit like that. So I'm going to separate myself as much as possible. You know, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. But that's not what, oh, she's doing. Ghislaine Maxwell has a great situation in prison. Trump is making sure of it. Trump is making sure of it. Trump is making sure of it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and it'll be interesting just to see if anybody changes their vote. Now, I want to tell you something that your president has done. He called Lauren Boebert and asked Lauren Boebert to remove, because I'm reading this story now, asked Lauren Boebert to remove her name from the petition to release the Epstein files. Why would he do that if there's nothing to hide? Right? If there's nothing to hide, you don't hide anything, right? So why would Donald Trump call Lauren Boebert to ask her to take her name off the petition to release the files? Why would he do that except if it's something in those files, I don't know, that verifies the very thing we've been saying all this time? Hell, those emails that went out, the emails are part of the dump. If you look at some of those emails, I haven't seen all of them. Hey, Tiffany, good afternoon. I haven't seen all of them. But if you look at those emails, some of those emails, Jeffrey Epstein and another friend are talking about what they need to do to discredit Donald Trump if Trump flips and tells everything. They had to find some way to make him look bad and discredit him so they don't end up in jail or prison, rather. See? So everybody was already not trusting each other. Trump knows he's in a bad mess because nothing looks good when it comes to violating children. And my thing is, I'm going to tell you the part about this that's so interesting to me. It is exposing conservatives, because conservatives are being exposed as a party that don't really care about kids the way they say. Hold on, I got to take this sweatshirt off because we have the fireplace on in here too. And it's getting a little warm up in here. I'm like, hold up now. Something got to give. Sorry if my microphone was moving around. I had to take it off to take off my sweatshirt. But it makes you wonder. Now, I also had read a report this morning that Trump had a meeting with Republicans at the White House to talk to them about the petition for the Epstein files to be released. So he's been leaning on them to try to get them to not release these files. You have to ask yourself, why doesn't your president want the Epstein files released? What is in those files that Donald Trump is so concerned that if we learn about it, it may change something? It may change how we think, how we act. It ain't gonna change nothing for me because I already know he's in them. I already know he's in them. So I don't have to wonder what it would be like because I know Donald Trump is in them. Nobody acts like this. Yep, Trump should have just tweeted and stayed quiet, but he didn't. And then I heard some other news because I was watching some other stuff. Jeffrey Epstein's brother says he don't believe nothing nobody's saying as far as what the government is saying about what happened to his brother in that prison. He said he don't believe none of it. He want all the files released. Plus, there's two other guys that have hundreds of hours of more tapes of Donald Trump having telephone conversations with Jeffrey Epstein about what they were doing. The brother wants those released too. But those men haven't released those tapes. The men claim they have them, but they haven't released the tapes. Release the shit. Oh, you're right, Edward. Republicans are not going to impeach Trump because what y'all have figured out is from looking at the Republican Party, they don't care about children. That's a lie that they tell you. That's a lie. Republicans don't care about kids, because if they cared about children, they would protect them. They care about fetuses. I told y'all, Republicans love fetuses. Veronica, go make me a sandwich, beloved. And I know you're not coming in here with the last name Alvarez thinking you're going to say deportation. I'm just like Trump, deport, no due process, no hearing. No discussion. No nothing. Bye. Yup. I build walls too. The fuck? Girl, I know you didn't think he was going to come in here with that. I know you didn't think he was going to get to stay doing that shit. But okay. Not Epstein is in the Trump files. Listen. Exactly, Truth Seeker, but Republicans don't care about children. That's why they starved all those families. That's why they starved all those families. I personally, I just say the Trump administration needs to make sure that the files are released. Release the files. Sorry, I was blocking another one who thought, thank you so much, Jenna. I was watching another one, another account that I was like, suspicious. I was right, 0 followers. I just blocked you. You came back in your other account? Thank you, Sama. I appreciate that. But, you know, why would Trump call Lauren Boebert if there's nothing bad about him in those files? Exactly. Release the files. Hold on. I want to switch my image. I was trying to find my picture that I was looking for. They need to release the files. Release the files. Stop playing games with us and let us see those Epstein files. The American people deserve to know what's in those files and who is in those files. They deserve to know. Thank you, Anita. I appreciate that. They deserve to know who is in those files. Oh, you live in Lauren Boebert's district? Make sure you contact her. Tell her to vote to release those fucking files. Real talk. I don't think she's going to flip and not vote and vote not to release them. And the only reason why I say that is because Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to vote to release them. And Lauren Boebert needs some level of traction. See, the thing that y'all got to remember is Donald Trump is a lame duck president. Even if he tries to pretend that he isn't, Donald Trump is a lame duck president. And guess what? Congress knows it. Congress knows it. It's not like Donald Trump can run again. Even though he tries to troll with that 2028 shit, please. They would have to bring that, they'd have to bring his old ass out on a stick. This is not going to happen. They'd have to bring his old ass out on a fucking stick. You know how Lauren Boebert got into politics? She might be in the files. Nah, she not in there. She too old. Catch it. Oh, I didn't mean to move the picture. Lauren Boebert too old. No fucking way Lauren Boebert is in there. It's no way. She too old. No. That's just not what they're into. They don't like them. They don't like legal people. You understand? That's why I say she ain't in there. She too old to be in there. But I find it odd that Donald Trump wants Lauren Boebert to vote no. You know? Again, if Donald Trump isn't guilty, he's sure acting guilty, right? He sure is acting like he did some things he don't want us to know about. He sure is acting like that. Oh, I did see some of those new emails, Triple P. I saw some of those emails. Where you can obviously tell Trump was a part of that stuff. He knew what his friend was doing, and Trump was a part of doing things. Even in one of the things Epstein talks about, Trump spent several hours at his house with one of the victims. Why is a grown-ass man spending any time alone with an underage girl? That don't even make sense. Like I said, Like I said, it's sure looking real fishy these days. We deserve to know. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and keep watching it because I certainly want to know how it's going to go as things keep moving. Let me fix my microphone. As things keep moving, I want to know how it's going to go. But you know the White House is shaking in their fucking boots right now. With this impending vote, Trump is shaking in his fucking boots. And they're trying to figure out if it passes, how they're going to spin it. You say you think Russia and Israel has something as well? Probably do. I know for certain Russia has some type of compromise on Trump. Russia has some type of compromise on Trump because nothing else explains the way he acts towards Russia except that. It's more than just worshiping a dictator. It's something else there. You know what I mean? It's you that dude's bitch. You could tell by how Trump carried himself at the Russia summit. Oh, he a straight bitch for Vladimir Putin. He talks and pretends to be tough and shit. But when a real tough guy in the room, he's never none of that. He a fake ass tough guy. Yeah, and not supporting Ukraine, but he doesn't support Ukraine because he's scared to go against Vlad. Because Vlad has compromise on him. He can't go against him. And a little bit of shit we see Donald Trump do that makes it look like he might help Ukraine, all that shit is performance art. You need to understand none of that shit's real. They usually don't follow through with it. It's just to get headlines. Because as soon as you're not paying attention, they never send the money or the goods or nothing. It's just performance art for TV and for newspapers and blog websites and shit like that. Just something that conservatives can run around and talk about. That's all. I saw the No Kings protest. Now that protest is over, y'all need to protest with y'all wallet and only buy the shit that you need. If y'all really want to affect change, and if you really want to get the message across to the people with money that are paying your government to crush your ass in every step of the way. Remember, I told y'all about 2 weeks ago, the IRS, they done got rid of e-file. The free e-file service that you could do on the IRS website to file your taxes free. You can't do that no more. They got rid of that because TurboTax had lobbied the Trump administration to get rid of it. Yeah, Gen X, madam. It's so much stuff happening, people miss that. But that happened too. Because they paid the money. If you're willing to pay money, you can get whatever you want out of the Trump administration. They're for sale. Now, y'all can still go to Free Tax USA because I saw people talking about it. You can still go to freetaxusa, I think, .com and still file your income taxes for free and not have to pay. But otherwise, you're going to have to pay. Yep, they got rid of that direct file shit. Ain't no more of that. Because TurboTax wants you to have to buy their products and go through them to file. See, everything's about big business wanting to monetize every fraction of your life. Honestly, I think that the people should revolt by mailing in their tax returns. Fuck it, mail them in. Yeah, mail them bitches in, paper fucking copies, and make the government have to process them on paper. That's what I would do. Fuck a TurboTax. TurboTax gets more and more expensive every year. They get more and more egregious in price every year. Do your taxes on a free website, print them, and mail them bitches. Even if you're getting a refund, you can wait on that shit. Because quiet is kept, you can't expect that the government gonna move their ass for you getting any money back anyway. Yep, mail them in, Nurse Petty. That's what I would do. That's the perfect definition of petty. That's how we do malicious compliance. Okay, you want to get rid of our ability to file for free through the IRS website? Cool. I'll mail that shit in. Now you're going to have to process it. Yep, mail it, track it, everything. Pay for return receipt. Yep. So when the postal person delivers that letter delivers that mail to the IRS, somebody at the IRS has to sign to say it was received. And they'll mail that other piece back to you so you can see that the IRS got it. That's what I would do. Yeah, I paid a couple bucks to do that. Fuck that shit. You're going to have to do some level of malicious compliance so your government understand you're not just going to roll over and be no punk. Real talk. Because see, what you're finding is all these people who claim to be patriots and they were going to push back against government if it ever tried to tread on them. All of them are punks. They ain't going to do shit. They was just cosplaying being patriots. Because when it was time to be a patriot, they were too fucking scared to do anything. They were too scared to do anything. They just sat around and surf the internet talking about everything they'll do. But when the rubber meets the road, they ain't going to do a damn thing. You're right. I'd rather not. We shouldn't have to do all of that stuff with taxes. But see, this is the thing. I don't think I know a lot of times people will do this thing where they will fill out their itemization, the W-2 form. They'll fill that shit out and put themselves in a position where the government takes all this money out your check and then you get a refund. Why would you do that? Why would you give the government interest-free loan with your money? Why would you do that? Because they damn sure don't do it the other way around. When you owe them money, they love to like assess fees and stuff if it ain't done by a certain time. So you need to really do the proper calculations to make sure they only take what they need. Even if you still end up owing $100, shit, it's better than they owe you $5,000 of interest-free money you done let them sit on for 12 fucking months. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Yeah, Kim, it doesn't make sense. Your brother-in-law is right. It never made any sense to me. I'd rather owe and pay what I owe than they owe me. Real shit. Because I could have been getting interest on that money. That money could have been somewhere else, but it wasn't. Instead, it was at the other place. Sorry, hold on. I was deleting someone who thought that they could actually talk to people. You think they would come knocking about Akari? I'll tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something else so y'all understand how deep the system go. Because I've tested this. I've tried this before a long time ago. It had to be over 15 years ago. I'm gonna tell you something. If you fill out an exemption form at work and you write in that you are exempt from taxes, I guarantee you're gonna get a visit from HR. HR gonna want proof. You're a student. Like, what makes you exempt? I'm telling you, the company you work for, what they will not do, they do not want to get in trouble with the IRS by letting you file exempt and them withhold no taxes. They're gonna make you write something. They're gonna make you write something. Even if you write 9, you're gonna have to write something. I'm just telling you, I've tried that before and got a visit from HR like, hey, are you a student? Like, do you qualify for exemption? Because companies don't want to get in no trouble with the IRS. Oh, you going on 3 years exempt? Bravo, score queen. I ain't mad at you. But you got to understand, the companies you work for, they don't want no problems out there, IRS. Not none. Yeah, during those times, Dolly, you can be exempt and stuff like that. But by and large, most people don't qualify for that. Yeah. Yep. And see, Mal is saying it. Unless you got proof, the company you work for is less inclined to really allow you to claim exemption because they don't want to be caught in the middle with the IRS. They just don't want that smoke. So they're going to leave you where you stand by yourself, but they're not going to catch the smoke for you. They're going to make you write something. But exempt, that's not going to be something you're going to be able to get away with. Not exempt. Somebody says if you're in a union, check with them for free filing. Yeah, they'll let you put a number trail. They'll let you put whatever number you want on it. But when you say exempt, that's the flag for HR. Because they go, whoa. How are you exempt? You understand? I'm just telling you. That's how HR think. HR would rather Put that shit in. You know what I mean? Southern Cal, if the economy with Trump economy is so great, your ass wouldn't be on TikTok right now. Get your ass out of here. You'd be somewhere out having dinner. Booted. Chill. If the Trump economy was so fucking great, they wouldn't have to tell nobody. You know how somebody say, oh, my man is so great. My man is so great. If he was so fucking great, you wouldn't be telling everybody. Because you wouldn't be wanting to advertise to other fucking women how great your fucking man is. Catch it. Catch it. Out here doing free advertisement. Get out of here. I can't with these people. The Trump economy is doing great while they pinching pennies at the fucking grocery store. Okay. Now, let's get into this discussion about these checks. Now, y'all know Trump been talking about giving rebate checks, right? $2,000 rebate checks. Now, I saw this earlier, and listen, I love every minute of it because I want my money and I want it now. I ain't got the $5,000 Doge check that Trump promised. Remember Trump promised us that? Oh, you're going to get, and Elon Musk, you're going to get a $5,000 Doge check from all the savings, this, that, and the other. Ain't got a dime of fucking money yet. Now, all of a sudden, we supposed to get a $2,000. We ain't gonna get shit. And keep in mind, what did I tell you? I told y'all wasn't gonna get nothing. I told you we're gonna, but even if you did, $5,000 ain't no money. $2,000 ain't no money. Not compared to what rich people are getting. Not compared to what rich folks are getting. That ain't no money. That shit is crumbs. The very crumbs I keep telling you, rich people keep giving you to distract you. Because when they throw crumbs, you get distracted. I'm gonna get $5,000. I already know what I'm gonna do with that money. You're gonna be broke the same day you get the shit, even if you did get it. Because $5,000 ain't no fucking money. Once you pay your rent, your car note, what car insurance, buy some groceries, if you're lucky, and maybe some dinner out. What else can you do? Maybe buy some clothes for your kids. You ain't gonna have much money, and you need to put a little bit to the side for the future. So you ain't even got $5,000 you can just blow and pay bills. Because if you did that, you'd be super broke instantaneously. Y'all understand where I'm coming from with this. And keep in mind, if Donald Trump, even if they did send you a $5,000 Doge check, you're going to have to file that shit on your taxes. That's income. Government going to tax you on that shit later. They're going to tax you on it later. And Dolly's saying if you make under 100K, your taxes are going to go up at least 10 to 15%. Well, that's because the tax cut that rich people got under Trump administration the second time is on the backs of the working class. I told y'all Republicans don't like the working class. They don't like us. They do not like us. Quiet is kept. The only people that get free money from the government are rich people. That's it. Think about it. Rich people don't pay taxes. They work really hard to make sure they do everything but pay taxes. But they're the first people in line to get our tax money when some shit go wrong. Said turkey necks are $5.48 a pound 6 months ago. Girl, don't get me started. I bought a pack of smoked turkey the other day. That shit was $11.19. I was so fucking mad. I was so mad. I still remember the price. Still remember the price. What? I'm just telling y'all, look at how the rich, they are squeezing us so hard. They squeezing us and they want you to hate your neighbor. Because see, if you're too busy hating your neighbor or hating somebody else on the internet, you don't put your attention towards rich people and how they keep throwing money at government and they're paying for access and favor. While the rest of us don't have enough money to pay for none of that shit. So we just stuck right on the bottom. Hey, Miss Jackie, we stuck right on the bottom. You got to wake up. We gotta wake up, baby. We got to wake up. Because this shit does not change just because you wishing or praying on it. You have to actively be involved in the change. Otherwise, it don't change. Well, I'm telling people stop spending money. Only buy what you need. Do not buy wants. Buy needs only. Boycott Christmas. If you want to do Christmas, make stuff for people. Do crafting. Knit them a sweater. Make them a blanket. Bake them some bread. Cook them a meal, a nice plate of food. You understand? Offer to do something nice for somebody. Rake their leaves in the yard. I don't know, but you understand where I'm coming from. But y'all gonna have, that's why I say protests, they cute and everything, but a protest has no impact on rich people. None, because you're still spending money. You're still spending money that you don't need to spend. I'll say that. Because there's some money you got to spend. You got to buy food. You got to get gas. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your utilities. You got to pay your rent or your mortgage. Those are things you have to do or you ain't gonna have a place to stay. I get that. I'm talking about the extras. The shit you don't need, you just want. Stop doing that shit. Where we got to make these companies hurt is at the end of the year when they report their profits. They need to report a decline for the end for this last quarter. You want them to report a decline. The only way they do that is you don't fall into the trap with Black Fridays and all this other shit. Because see, what y'all don't pay attention to is weeks and weeks before Black Friday kicks in, the merchants slowly increase the prices. So by the time you get to Black Friday, you think you're getting a deal when in fact they have been raising the price weeks and weeks before, so that when they put it on sale, it's actually the price that it should have been to begin with, and you ain't really getting no deal. You just think you are. That shit is marketing. It's marketing. Yep, we have to cancel the things we don't need. We genuinely do. Because as long as we don't cancel the things we don't need, rich people are like, man, they ain't work. These people, they not mad. They don't care what happens. They don't care. Think about it. Soon before Halloween was even over, you was already seeing Christmas shit because the machine already trying to sell you things. They already want you to buy. Yeah, you about to lose your health insurance. It don't matter. Buy something. Yeah, you lost your job. It don't matter. Buy something. Yeah, you lost your house. It don't matter. Buy something. It'll make you feel good. Just buy something. No. Stop doing that shit. Real talk. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. Stop getting a dopamine hit. Stop getting a dopamine hit from just buying shit. Because the hit that you're getting is temporary anyway. It ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. And you're going to have a tough time. Because once it's over, right? Once that feeling is over, you're going to be sitting there feeling remorseful about the decisions that you made. It's the machine that's trying to feed you. Well, better yet, the machine is feeding you propaganda so you'll feed it your money. Stop. It's the only way we're going to change anything. Real shit. You say they posted these sad videos of No Christmas rewrap from last year. But it's not sad. That's the thing. People shouldn't be sad about celebrating Christmas. What is Christmas supposed to be about? Thank you so much, User229. Let me stop for a second and say, listen, I only asked you to do 2 things while you're here. Participate. Well, 3 things, actually. Look, let me count it properly. Tapping is clapping. If you could tap that like button for me, I appreciate it because it helps to boost the live. And if you could hit that copy link button for me. Copy link counts as a share. You don't even have to send it to anybody. But if you just copy it, I get a boost from that with TikTok. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I want to talk. So, with Trump talking about this check thing, right? Sending all of us $2,000 rebate checks. So, of course, people are doing the math, economists, everybody. The $2,000 rebate check would cost about $600 billion, which is double what he claims the tariffs brought in. Where's all this money coming from? We don't have money for this shit. But I'm going to tell you what Republicans are trying to do. And I saw a story right before I came into the live that Scott Bessent is promising huge tax returns at the beginning of next year. Question, where's the money coming from? You're going to have to pay it back. Well, you're going to get taxed on it as income, a star. Well, you are going to pay it back because your taxes going to keep getting raised because that was a part of the tax plan. The only group that got permanent tax cuts were the 0.1%. All the rest of us did not get permanent tax cuts. I can't speak for y'all. Ever since Republicans passed the Trump tax plan the first time, my taxes have gone up every year since then. I've been owing every year since then. I can't speak for y'all, but I know for me, I owe every time, no matter how much we fucking pay, still owe fucking taxes. I'm like, damn, how much money these motherfuckers need? How much they need? How much they need? But they take it from us and let the rich people keep their money. The only people that are allowed to get free money from the government are rich people. I'm telling you, because rich people don't pay taxes anyway. They don't pay taxes anyway. So rich people already get free money. Well, and farmers, them welfare-ass queen farmers. I forgot about them. Welfare queen farmers used to get money too. But I'm so glad their ass got cut off. Now that I'm happy about. That I'm happy about. That I am happy about. You ain't got to tell me nothing about that. That I'm happy about. I'm doing wonderful, Barbara. I hope you are as well. 10K in debt from Taco Pito's last tax agree. Yep. I'm working with a tax company now because the tax burden is insane. I'm like, how the fuck do I still owe? I'm confused. I paid all these fucking taxes and I still owe because somebody got to pay. See, when rich people don't pay, we pay. This is the thing I keep trying to get people to understand. When rich people don't pay taxes, we pay their taxes. We pay their fair share. And they have the money to pay. You and I need our money. We need our money. We got bills. We got shit that we got responsibilities, things to do. But rich people, they're the ones who don't have to pay because they have enough money to lobby government for tax plans that favor them. Yep, you increase the amount taken out and still owe. So it's like no matter how much you give the federal government, they want more. No matter how much you give them, government wants more. More. Give me more. Give me more. The government is constantly straining and pushing to get more. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. I am tired of paying into a system for rich folks to just sit around and benefit from that system while the rest of us have to suffer and do the best we can to get by. Hold on, I'm going to switch my image to something else. That's not the image that I wanted. But that's what we're dealing with. Government is robbing us blind. And I know I'm not the only one tired of paying. Y'all tired of paying too. Y'all tired of paying too. Real talk. I'm just, I'm tired. And I know we all are. Yep, why they have parties. I forgot. I got to do that video about the women of Mar-a-Lago. My God. Once I do that video and y'all see those fucking pictures, that shit is like, get out. Not a black person in sight. Thank God. Thank God. Because, honey, if you see how a mess these fucking women look, and if the women look that bad, you know the men look bad, because men already don't take care of themselves. So if women look that bad, you know their men look bad too. You know they do. You know they do. Because the women don't have any gauge. Do you think that they don't look good? Do you think Trump going to jail? No, not as long as Republicans are around, because the Republicans are going to protect him no matter what. Nope. They will not hold him accountable. Mm-mm. You got to remember, the country didn't hold Nixon accountable. So the country is still doing that same shit that it's always done. It does not hold politicians accountable who are criminals. They don't. Quiet is kept. America likes its criminals rich. It hates poor criminals. Like working class people, if working class people are criminals, oh, they get mad. People get mad about that shit. They don't like that. They don't like that. They be like, hold up. You can't be poor and a criminal, but you can be rich and be a criminal though. Even though you don't have a reason to be a criminal if you're rich, but it's still okay. I don't know if Diddy was there with Trump or not. Couldn't tell you. I don't hang out with Diddy. I wouldn't know. But Trump ain't no different than Diddy. Ultimately, Trump ain't no different. I couldn't tell you what was going on, but I could tell you there ain't much of a difference. We hope Trump will pay for his crime. The problem with that is, Brenda, unfortunately, in order for Trump to pay for his crimes, it would require Republicans to be brave and to have a backbone. And Republicans are not brave and they don't have a backbone. And that's the bottom line. So because they're not brave and they don't have a backbone, they're not going to do anything. Now, question, I want to ask y'all something. I want to switch gears real quick. Have you guys been able to see the Aureola Borealis from where you live? This shit is crazy that people have been able to see it from as far down. They're saying they should be able to see it in Alabama tonight. Have y'all been able to see it where you're at? This is, I'm like, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. The fact, I didn't look for it either, Zarvis, because usually we can't see it, right? You gotta go to the place where you can see it, which is up in Alaska or wherever it is that they're doing it. That's usually where you can see it. Look, see, user 229 is saying it was seen in Indiana. This crazy. I'm looking at a picture now where somebody was flying into Dulles Airport and they could see it. It looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. It was visible in Arkansas. That's crazy. What do you all think that even means, that we're able to see that? We shouldn't be able to see that from any and everywhere, right? I don't even know what that means. You know, like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. But I thought it was cool. So that's why I wanted to mention it. Visible in Tallahassee, Florida. That's crazy. Oh, it's a solar flare. Ah, okay. I think Earth is so fucking cool. Space is cool, but scary at the same time. It's all just an amazing thing. When you learn about Earth and you learn about space and the solar system, you realize that we're just a mere dot when you look at everything in its totality. It's fascinating, but completely terrifying at the same time. But I love to see, I didn't know if you guys had known about this. I didn't know if you guys had known about this. This whole thing, because I hadn't been able to see it from where I am. So that's why I was wondering if you had been able to see it. Now, hold on, I gotta find this other thing that I wanted to talk with y'all about. Wow. Okay, that's different. Hold on, you guys. I'm moving some stuff around to try to get to my area where I had saved stuff earlier. We talked about the T thing earlier. Did y'all hear about Laura Loomer's attorney? Because there's some mess going on there too. So Laura Loomer's attorney has been suspended in Florida for 2 years from practicing. Florida. Florida suspended him. Florida. You know you've lost the plot if even in Florida they say, hey man, you went a little too far. You went a little too far even for us, man. Even for us. So her attorney, Larry Klayman, how convenient, right, was suspended for 2 years by the Florida Supreme Court. So now she may have to get a new lawyer because she already had this case going on where she's trying to sue. And she's going to lose that case, I'm sure, too. But, yeah, her own lawyer. I don't know what it is about Republican lawyers, but they have a tendency to lose their access to practice law. Ain't that something? It took you a minute. That's Don Tiger King Trump. That's who that is. That's Don Tiger King Trump. For sure. Now, I don't know if y'all also saw that Trump invited a former Al-Qaeda member to the White House. Yep. Trump opened up the White House. I'm going to show you a picture of him. Oh, and guess when he did it? He did it on Veterans Day. Trump don't have no respect for veterans. He already said you a sucker if you serve. He already said you a sucker if you serve. I don't know why people are surprised. He did it because he don't have no respect for the military. That's why he did it. That's why. Just a pure lack of respect. That's it. You're talking about a man that just doesn't respect. Yep, he said POWs. He said, what did he say? He likes his soldiers who don't get captured. Because that's when he made fun of John McCain. Yep, and he's a draft dodger. That's why I was confused by military veterans voting for Donald Trump. I said, now that don't make no sense to me. Because that's cutting your nose off to spite your face. A guy who doesn't even like you thinks you're a sucker and you adore him anyway. Wow. That's like giving all your money to a stripper, asking her to be your wife, knowing that she never will. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this woman never gonna go home with you. You know, she never gonna marry you. She never gonna be with you, but you give her all your money anyway. And then you surprised that you feel lonely and empty at the end of it. Okay. All right. She told you she wasn't going home with you, sir. Not you. You're a dancer, Venus. Look, I'm about to hit you with a movie reference. What kind? Classical? Ballet? You know what movie that is? No. Exotic. Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be. I'm not. I'd do anything for my baby. Those who know what movie know that's from. Know what it's from. I had to do that. I had to do it. I couldn't hold it. Because that line always cracks me up in that movie. I'm like, that shit is so random to have this conversation. That's Independence Day. That's Independence Day when Vivica Fox was driving that truck and she found the first lady all thrown upside that helicopter that had crashed. She found the first lady thrown upside that helicopter. So she helped her. Oh, you've never seen Independence Day. Oh, you gotta watch it, Venus. It's long, but it's worth it. Independence Day is a great movie. It's one of those movies I can watch every time it comes on cable. That's why I knew the lines. That's why I knew the lines. Because I watch that movie every time it come on. It's like watching The Mummy. I'm going to watch it every time. Every time. But yeah, I just want y'all to know what your government is. Now, question, why do y'all think that the Senate, why do y'all think they put that in that CR about banning the substances? Why do y'all think they did that all of a sudden? Do you think it was the pharmaceutical industry or one of the other industries they were upset that they felt like their money was being impacted. Like, why do y'all think? You said Mummy 4 with original cast coming back? No way. Brendan Fraser's coming back. He ain't got the back to be doing stunts. Imhotep coming back? Because Imhotep was giving me Yul Brynner vibes. I love me some Imhotep. Listen. Be like, hey, who's that? Take me for all eternity. Oh, Cillian Murphy. Well, I mean, I like Cillian Murphy, but then it's not the original. You got to have the original Imhotep. Did he die in one of them? Maybe he did. And they can't, but even if they resurrect him, he'd be old and you're not supposed to be aging in the afterlife. So I guess they can't do it. Damn. Nothing beats the first Mummy. I mean, I like the other ones. They're okay, but nothing beats that first one. The second one is close. I like that second one. Don't get me wrong. But that first one, nothing beats that first one. From pacing to storyline to character introduction, chemistry, everything. It was just a great movie. The way it was directed, the way it was written, it was a great movie. I didn't like that one with The Rock. That Scorpion King shit, I ain't like that. The CGI was trash. I couldn't get into it. The CGI was too trash. But that first Mummy, your strength gives me strength. Listen, I love The Mummy. I love The Mummy. I love The Mummy. The Mummy is one of my favorite movies. I like to watch that. I was just watching it this weekend because it was on TV. Now, I don't have cable per se, but it was on TV. I'll say it like that. It was on streaming. You said Rock was cracked out as the Scorpion. Yeah, I didn't care about this. I didn't like the Scorpion King. Yeah, if Trump didn't have, honestly, you know what I say, JR? I'm starting to think that Donald Trump is the Tiger King. I've never seen the Tiger King and Donald Trump in the same room. And Trump won't give him a pardon. So I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, he and Tiger King got more in common than Trump wants us to know. Because that's how I see it. That's how I see it. They have more in common than Trump wants us to know. And that's why we've never seen them in the same room together. Yep. He's a doppelganger, all right. The only way we can probably tear them apart is that Trump has swollen ankles. And I don't think Tiger King has swollen ankles. So, like, if they just gave us a picture of the feet, we know, I could pick it out of a lot. That's Trump right there. How do you know? You see them big ass ankles right there? That's the president. Those ankles that look like little mangoes, that's the president. That's the president of the United States. Because I don't know about y'all, I like my presidents to have defined ankles. Barack Obama never had swollen ankles. Joe Biden never had swollen ankles. But fast forward to this 79-year-old, 6'3", 230-pound superstar here. Magically, he got ankles. He got swollen ankles and a nussy. I don't even understand it. Do I think Trump will make it to 2028? Well, I can't forecast, but probably. I'm telling you, evil cures. It's kind of like when they're smoking meat slowly, evil cures folk. So they hang on a long time. That evil tends to extend them. So now who we think he is, Steph Curry, listen. But that's what I think. You know. But I think honestly that, you know, I wonder what's going to happen as we get closer to the midterms. Because Republicans, they're nervous about what they saw Tuesday. They've got to take another vote on healthcare. They got to take that healthcare vote. And I want to see how many Republicans vote against subsidies. I want to see how many Republicans go on record voting against making healthcare affordable. Because it's not like Republicans have an alternative. It is not like they have an alternative. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. And y'all also need to understand, come January, this fight's going to happen again, and you're probably going to have another shutdown again. Awesome that Jasmine's going to run for the Senate in Texas. Good. I'm glad. I also read something today that conservatives may lose some seats in Texas due to that gerrymandering thing they did. Because apparently when you gerrymander like that, you end up also pulling from other districts that may be solid already. You end up pulling from them, which in turn, when you pull from them, you make them more vulnerable and susceptible to being won by the very group that you're trying to keep out of office. That's why my grandmother said, be careful of the grave you dig for somebody, because you just might fall into it. And Republicans did that. They fell right in. Yep, they fell right in. You think it's anything Trump can do to make MAGA? Nope, because it's a cult. It's nothing that can be done. What y'all going to see is this. Conservatives are going to move the goalpost. They're going to say it don't matter. They're going to say they don't like it, but they support his policies. And so because they support his policies, they don't disagree with what he's doing. I'm just telling you how these people how they think. So I just don't think for any moment that they're going to stop. Because when I'm looking at a conservative message board right now. In order for them not to talk about this Epstein case in the way they want to, the way they need to, you know what they're focused on? They're focused on when Trump asked Ghislaine Maxwell to stop recruiting girls from Mar-a-Lago. That's what they're focused on. Trump told them to stop. He wouldn't let them recruit there no more. I'm reading it. That's what they're focused on. That's what they're focused on. And they're saying things like Democrats forgot that Trump was one of the first people to start blowing the whistle on Epstein. No, he wasn't. These are the lies they tell themselves in order to stay in bed with the shit. So if y'all expecting MAGA to be repulsed by anything they hear about in these files, you are sadly mistaken. Okay? You're sadly mistaken. That's not going to happen. You're going to get your feelings hurt if that's what you believe, because that isn't going to happen. That is not going to happen. They're saying, look, I'm going to read exactly what somebody said. Finally, Epstein confirmation that Trump indeed did find Epstein's conduct reprehensible and did break ties with him and kick him out of Mar-a-Lago. Now we also know that he was trying to convince Ghislaine Maxwell to get him to stop. This is the conversations that these people have. That's the cognitive dissonance that they've given themselves. Just a couple of weeks, though, they wanted the files released because they said Bill Clinton was in it. Fast forward to this week, when the file's about to be released, it don't matter. We just gonna focus on the fact that Trump, it never dawns on them that Trump didn't want them to recruit there because it would put exposure on him directly. He didn't want that. But in their minds, Jeffrey Epstein was so reprehensible. But I still didn't tell the feds nothing when they called him up and shit. I still didn't testify against him, but he's so reprehensible that I still moved Ghislaine Maxwell from a medium security prison to a low security prison to protect her. Okay. All right. All they're focused on, Trump threw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. Okay. And when I'm looking on the rest of this stuff, even for the post where they talk about the House committee releasing those files, they only got 14 comments. That's it. And I can't even see the comments because I'm not, they lock those types of posts that only certain members can access. So they won't let you even see what they're talking about. They won't even let you see. So, like I told you, you cannot expect Trump people, Trump supporters, to change their tune. They're not going to. He's not going to. He's just not. Now, as I come up on my last couple of minutes, I want to show y'all something. Remember, I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't have the picture. Now y'all see. Look at Erica Kirk again, hugging somebody else's husband. You see his wife back there. Look at wifey. She like, okay, all right. Like I said, Erica Kirk is everywhere but at home. Oh, he's smelling Zarvis. Okay, listen, I said the same thing when I saw that picture. I said, oh, he's smelling her. He's smelling her. Because that's the thing about men. When men hug a woman, they smell her. They smell her. They be smelling your hair, behind your ear, all types of shit. Because women be smelling good. Women be smelled passively because of hair products, skin products, all types of things. We always got all these smells, right? Oh, he's smelling her. He's smelling her. When he got home that night, his wife was like, listen, don't you ever do that shit again. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mr. Bernard. I want to see when they start swinging. Man, that's what I want to see too. But like I said, ever since this woman's husband passed away, Erica Kirk been all over she been everywhere but at home. Everywhere been at home. This chick been on a freedom tour ever since her husband passed away. She been on a freedom tour. Ain't been at home, not nothing. Them children right now with their grandparents, like where mama at? They done lost their father, but mama on the road. She should be at home with her kids. That's what she should be. She should be at home with her children, but she too busy hustling. She out here grifting this shit, trying to make money that she don't even need, because apparently Charlie Kirk was already worth a nice little piece of change. This chick don't have to do nothing, but she loves the attention. She loves the attention. But I don't listen to her because Charlie Kirk said we're not supposed to listen to single mothers. So I don't listen to her anyway. Because listening to her would be blasphemous. First of all, she's a woman. And she's a woman with kids and ain't got no man. I can't listen to that. That's just ridiculousness. That's ridiculousness. Now she on the Lucy Loose tour making money. She is making money. She was Miss something. She used to be Mrs. Charlie Kirk. Shit, seemed to be like now she trying to be Mrs. whoever is interested. I told you, conservative women, their value is connected to the man they're married to and their fucking children. She ain't got no man. So she losing the stock. The value on this is like when you buy a car, how as soon as you drive off the lot, it instantly starts depreciating. She started depreciating as soon as she lost her husband. She got to hurry and get herself a husband. Because once she get too old, them conservative men ain't going to be interested in marrying her because she can't breathe. She's 38 years old. Yeah, she got to hurry up if she going to have some more babies. She running out of time, or she got to do IVF. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. She going to have to do IVF. She getting old. Quiet as kept. 38 is old for conservatives. I mean, she could marry a man in his 60s. They tend to like women in their 30s, but she still need to be able to have babies. Otherwise, that old ass man ain't going to want to marry you. Yep. Yeah, she does need a rich white husband. That's why it can't be JD Vance. He ain't got enough money. For real. JD ain't got enough money. Nope. This chick is going to find her one of the most deplorable guys to link up with. That's what she's going to do. She's either going to link up with a really deplorable guy, or she's going to link up with somebody that MAGA hates, but it won't matter because this guy got so much money she can afford to say fuck y'all and never deal with them again. It won't matter for her because her life's going to be so grand she ain't never got to go in those circles no more. She don't care. I'm just telling you, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, JD does need to buy more farms, but he too busy trying to convert his wife into Christianity. JD is regretting falling in love with Usha Vance. I told you one of his children is named Vivek. Don't believe me? Google it. I'm just saying, just Google it. All you gotta do is Google it if you don't believe me, and you'll see it yourself. Real talk. You'll see it yourself. Don't believe me. Vivek, like Vivek Ramaswamy, one of JD Vance's children is named Vivek. You say you're gonna change Vivek's name to Victor. Eh? You know what? That shit ain't gonna work. It's like when somebody call you and they say, "Hello, my name is Ralph, and I am calling you about your high speed internet." You're on the other end of the phone, like your name is not fucking Ralph. Keep it all the way a buck with me, bruh. If you really want me to talk with you about high speed internet service, you're gonna have to be honest about what your name is, because I know your name not Ralph. It's kind of giving that he's not gonna get away with Victor. It's not gonna work. He's too brown for that. He's too brown for that. Victor not gonna work. I'm sorry, I had to do it. This is Ralph. I am calling about your high-speed internet service. And you be like, Ralph, get the fuck out of here. Your name ain't Ralph. Come on, bruh. Keep it all the way 100. What's your name? And then we can talk about this internet service. But we can't have no conversations if you're going to start it with a whole fucking lie, right? We can't even talk about the service if you're going to start with a lie, because already I don't trust it. I get those calls frequently enough where I'm always like, yep, that's about it. Right. Ralph is his American name. Yeah, I'm like, get out of here. I'd rather people have their real names. Force Americans to have to learn how to pronounce shit properly. You know, Americans got to learn how to pronounce things properly. Yeah, America is a roller coaster, a rickety old wooden roller coaster that has had no maintenance. And every time you take a ride, you don't never know if you're going to make it back to the start of that thing. You never know if you're going to make it back. Because every ride you take in America, that roller coaster gets more and more shaky. Eventually, it's going to collapse. That's why Americans need to pay attention. Eventually, it's going to collapse. You can't keep going with this. America ghetto as fuck. You can't keep going with this ghetto shit and it not hit ahead eventually. America's the only developed nation I know where y'all allow your politicians to steal and lie from you and y'all don't hold them accountable. You don't do nothing. In other countries, if the politicians are stealing and robbing, they overthrow their government. They overthrow their government. They be like, nah, fuck this shit. We paying all this money and taxes and shit. We working hard. We doing all, y'all gonna bring y'all ass on up out of there. And we gonna start over. That's what other countries do. Not America. You know what America does? Americans sit around and go, I wonder who's gonna save us, y'all. Gladys. Y'all know I always gotta talk to Gladys, right? Gladys. Who gonna save us? Cause everything all fucked up now. Who gonna save us now? Yourself. You have people say they can't say the name Zarvis. Are you kidding me? I can believe it. I can believe it. I can believe it. Because you have certain segments of the population who don't even know what a comma is. They've never used a comma. Never. They like, what? Who? Comma? I just keep writing the words. What do we need a comma for? Chill. You say your people are brainwashed by colors. Yeah, no. People aren't really brainwashed by colors more than they're brainwashed by ideology. Yeah, that's Erica Kirk hugging again, husband shopping. She knows she's looking for a man to replace Charlie. She always looking, quiet as kept. I think she was looking to replace him when Charlie was still around. But she's certainly looking to replace Charlie. I told y'all, Erica Kirkman happy as hell ever since her husband passed away. I ain't never seen this woman so fucking happy. Real shit. I ain't never seen her so happy. Ever. You honestly, if nobody told you that her husband passed away, you wouldn't even know. Think about it. If you never know who this woman was and you saw her, you never have thought her husband just passed away. Think about it. You would never think that ever. You would just be like, okay. But since you know the context that her husband passed away in an extremely violent way, extremely violent, this lady happy as hell. This lady happy as hell. All say it. Look, she like Suge Knight. What Suge Knight say? If you want to be someplace where the producer ain't all on TV, all in your videos, dancing around, come to Turning Point USA. Listen, that's her. She be everywhere. This chick be everywhere. I be like, I saw you right, Come to Death Row. Look, those who know JC, we know, right? That was some of the most epic shit ever. Come to Death Row. Oh, young people, what a time to be alive during hip hop. It was just so ghetto and reckless. So ghetto and reckless. Yep, good old Source Awards. It was so ghetto and reckless in hip hop at the time. Oh, what a time to be alive. Now everybody sound the same. Everybody rap the same. You know, you find a couple of jewels in hip hop now, but not like you did then. Not like you did then. I see you, Bomb. I'm wrapping up. But, you know, I appreciate y'all being here today. Remember what I told you. There is not a new episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast this week, but there are 40 episodes already there for you to listen to. Go ahead and check them out. Click the link in my bio. You can listen to these episodes on Patreon, on Spotify, or on YouTube. Check it out. Okay. I'll be back with a new episode next week. Oh, it's not Bomb who got the new gig. It's my other daughter. My other daughter don't really do TikTok like that. I can't get her to come into the fold. She says the shit is boring. So she won't do it. Yeah, yeah, she won't do it. That's the youngest kid. Yeah, she's like, TikTok, that's for old people. Okay. All right. You ain't got to do all that, girl, if you don't want to come on TikTok. You ain't got to like discourage people like me. Like the fuck? I just started using TikTok last year all like that. I'm like, it's for old people. Shit, I just found out about it last year my damn self. Who? Which old people? Obviously not the ones I'm hanging out with, because shit, they didn't tell me about TikTok. My daughter told me, and I was like, I don't understand that tick thing. Chill. That's what I tell her. She can showcase her artwork. She don't listen to me. She don't listen to me. She be like, I'm good. Say it again, Mary. I'm old and new to it too, but I'm true to it. Catch it. Now listen, I want to remind you all, don't forget that you need to vote in the movie poll that I have over on the Patreon website, because we're going to be watching movies for this month. Right now, The Perfect Neighbor has 5 votes, followed up by The Three Extremes, then Cube, and then a 2-way tie for Midsummer and Tenet. So you got until the 15th of November to vote in this poll. Go on over to Patreon, check it out, because, once we make our selections, then we're going to watch, and then we're going to talk about it. Like we always do. We have great discussions. Our organization reached out to me today because they want me to do a screening and watch a movie that's coming out it comes out sometime next month. And they want me to do a review on it based upon me watching it, what I think about it. So I'm excited to see it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cillian Murphy is in this movie that's coming. So I was surprised to get an invite for it. I was like, oh. They were like, hey, we've been watching your content. Okay, listen, it doesn't pay any money, but hey, I love a good movie. Y'all know me. I love a good movie. So if it's anything that's any good, Even if it's bad, I'm going to tell people don't go see that shit. So I'll let y'all know. So I don't have Peacock BX, but I know I can watch it another way though. So I'll take a look at that. You say it's called All Her Fault. Okay, I'll look at that. I'll check that out. And once I know more information, only thing I know now is it's some movie called Dust Bunny that's coming out December 5th. And I'm sorry, it's not with Cillian Murphy. It's with Mads Mikkelsen, Sigourney Weaver. So, and it's from the creator of Hannibal. So the premise looks pretty interesting to me. And I love me some Mads Mikkelsen and Sigourney Weaver. So I'm interested in seeing it. So I'm just waiting for them to respond back to me. I saw the email today and I responded to it. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted and let you know. But I got to start wrapping up because I got to go get Mom. Y'all saw her slide in here and dictate to me about me doing my mommy duties. So, hey, conservatives, you see me being domestic? Y'all be talking all that shit, but instead y'all be on freedom tours and shit hugging other women's husbands. But whatever. I digress. Listen, I love you guys. I'm going to be back online tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be here with bells on, okay? So I appreciate that you all were here with me this afternoon because you didn't have to be here with me, but you chose to spend some time with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I didn't add the bread poll yet to my Patreon, but I'll make sure to get that up there. It's not even a poll. It's just a post, and y'all tell me what bread y'all think I should make Saturday, and I'll pick something from the list. We're going to make more than one thing, though, because I'm going to make something with the bread maker, but I'm also going to show people how to bake their own loaf bread using pans from the dollar store that we're going to turn into Pullman loaf pans. Yup. I'm going to show folks how to do that. I'm going to show them how to bake their own damn bread without a bread maker, their own loaf of bread. Because at some point, $5 bread just ain't going to cut it. People can't afford it. Make your own bread for pennies on the dollar. Ooh, you want to learn how to make croissant bread? That'll be a nice one to do too. So I'll make sure I put up this post today on my Patreon for everybody, even the free tier, so you guys can give me some suggestions about what other bread thing we should make on Saturday. I did make pizza dough with my bread maker yesterday because I made homemade Pizza Hut sheet pan pizza. We had 2 pizzas and crushed. They already gone. So cheaper than buying pizza at the store. And Sunday, I'm probably going to make us kava bowls because you can find the kava spice recipes and bowl recipes on Pinterest. Get your ass on Pinterest, okay? So also, don't forget to check out that other thing I told y'all about. 2 other things. That Too Good To Go app, the app that you can download in the Google Play Store or the Google Play Store or the Apple iTunes Store, where you can buy older produce and food from restaurants, things they're going to throw away at the end of the day, but instead they're selling them for pennies on the dollar. You can get you food. My daughter knows somebody that gets flowers from a flower shop. She gets fresh flowers multiple days a week from the flower shop because of that app for pennies on the dollar. So it's not just food. That's a great app, Sean. It really is. So if you don't have that app, download and use that app so you can get you some food or whatever else you need for pennies on the dollar. You need to do that. Then remember, I also told you about getting high-speed internet for home, 5G internet, no contract, no credit check, no deposits, no cancellation fees. Check out computersforpeople.org. 100% of the money that you spend on high-speed internet goes back into the nonprofit because it's a nonprofit organization that's doing this. They're giving high-speed internets to people for less than $15 a month. Ain't nobody else doing that. The cheapest you're going to find it, 5G high-speed internet for home, is $30 a month. And I think that's through Ryan Reynolds' company. That's the cheapest I've seen it. Outside of this company for $15, less than $15 a month. And you don't have to have a contract. No credit check, no deposits, no cancellation fees. Check it out, okay? I'm just trying to save you some money. And also, don't forget, take your ass to Aldi's before Saturday because I was in Aldi's and I was able to get I don't even think I have it in here no more. I took it out of here. Italian pasta from Italy, less than $1 a bag. It was like 83 cents a bag with no limits on it. Take your ass to Aldi's and get some of that pasta and stock up on it and keep it in your cabinet. You can make soups and stews. That's going to help to stretch that food even further. So you need to go get that pasta. You can use that same pasta to make mac and cheese. Stop playing with it. Thanksgiving come. I don't know if y'all celebrating Thanksgiving. The name of the internet is computersforpeople.org. Computers, the number 4, people.org. That's what you check out. They have a service called The Shield. Less than $15 a month. No contracts, no credit checks, no cancellation fees, but it allows everybody to get access to high-speed internet. I'm doing wonderful, Delta. I hope you are as well, beautiful. Not you broke, Zarvis. Listen, aren't we all? Look, I'm about to switch to it because I can't keep paying Verizon these crazy amounts of money. I'm paying $120 a month for a high-speed home internet that's not dependable. That's the bullshit. Shit's driving me mad. No matter when I call and complain, they always like, So, listen, before I go, I want to say thank you for the 70,000 likes. I thank you for over 140 shares. I appreciate it. I really do. And I appreciate your engagement here tonight, okay? I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I do this every live, but I thank all of you for being here. Number 1, beautiful Miss Lola. Hey, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Kim X. Thank you, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful dumplings. Look, you kind of hidden in your avatar, but thank you so much, beautiful, for your support. Number 4, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Tiffany. Thank you, beautiful. And a special shout out to beautiful Regina Michelle. Thank you so much for your support, beautiful. I appreciate all the support from the mods tonight and from each and every one of you. I will be back on live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you here tomorrow. Listen, I'm going to tell you how I always tell you. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed no trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. Have a beautiful evening and a blessed night. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.